friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Amy. Today we have my latest release, so I want to show you everything, and then we're going to go ahead and set up my monthly trackers in my bullet journal. So first, let's take a look at everything that's releasing. First, before we take a look at everything that's new, I want to share with you that these 3 items are restocking today. So we have the script washi tape that has a little bit of coffee stain on it. We've got the bookshelf washi and the brown grid washi. So these are all restocked in the shop. So if you missed them the first time, you can go take a look and grab those. All right. So besides that, we have all this fun stuff releasing. We have the new Frosty Friends kit. And I'm just going to say really quickly that this Moments and Moods book, this is the second one we've ever come out with. And while it is available in printable form, if you want to grab this A5 size on sticker paper, I have about 10 listed in the shop today starting at 9 a.m. Pacific time. Those will go fast. Again, I'm sorry if you miss out on that and you wanted it. This still basically is a Patreon exclusive, but I had about 10 left over, so I've listed them in the shop. I am working in the future months to get more stock so that I can add them to the website. It just takes some time as this grows. So let me know if this is something that you want to try to get your hands on in the future if you missed out, so that I know kind of where to be, like how much to be ordering in the future. All right. So thanks for your understanding there. Let's go through everything that's releasing. So this is Frosty Friends. There's 10 sticker sheets, as well as the monthly trackers and scrapbook papers. And all of these are available in printable form as well. So let's go ahead and take a look, and then I'll talk you through the other things. Okay, so there is a 4-sheet decorative kit, and all of these are hand-drawn by me. We've got all the little snowmen, and these are done with mirror images, so you can have some fun Dutch doors with them if you want to. I love the little snowman band. All right, so 4 pages of decorative stickers. So much fun. And then we have 6 sticker sheets for the journaling kit. And so this one has 1 decorative sheet and then more of the functional stuff. So we've got the numbers and the weekdays and some boxes. These fit classic happy planner. We've got some washi strips. And then we have the ephemera stickers. Okay, so there are those. And then this. Patrons at the Happy Mail Enthusiast level and Custom Chronicles level, which are both currently full, do receive this as well as these. And then Sticker Club receives the stickers. And then anything that's left over after that gets listed on the site. There is still some room in Sticker Club for next month, if anyone's interested. But if you subscribe today, you would not receive this. You would receive the next kit. Okay, so here is the monthly tracker and scrapbook papers. And as a reminder, these are available in printable form as well if you're interested. So make sure you check that out. All right, here's the cover page, the goals page, mood tracker, habit tracker, step tracker, water tracker, sleep tracker, our gratitude log, a 31-day challenge for you to select what your challenge is, workout log, monthly miles, self-care bingo. This is my favorite one. Month in review, a little quotes page. We've got our calendar here, and then some undated planner pages. And the purpose of them being undated is that with the printable, different people like different layouts. So you could print out whichever ones as many times as you want, in case you only want to use 1 or 2 layouts. All right, then we have 10 scrapbook papers as well. The scrapbook papers, when you purchase them digitally, are 12 by 12. So just so you know, and then you can print them out at the full, you know, letter-sized paper. Okay. So these are all the scrapbook papers. I love this one. The snowman band is just my favorite thing ever. Okay, so those are the two things that you can either get in my shop, or if you're a patron member, it's already been sent out. All right, then to go along with that, I'm releasing some tapes. So we have some coordinating grids. There's the very light blue or light green, whatever you want to call it, a teal, and then a dark blue. And these are 10 millimeter wide tapes. These two are 15 millimeter wide tapes. I'll lay these ones out for you. This one is snowflakes on a dark blue. And this one's the snowman band on a very light blue. And then we've got some of the other snowmen in this 30 millimeter tape. And then we've got a light blue snowflake scene. And then we've got pre-cut pet tape. So let me show you that one. And this one also available, all of this stuff available 9 a.m. PT on my website. Printables are available both my website and my Etsy shop. So if you're international, Etsy is where you can grab all the printables. Okay. So I have all the snowflakes separately here and then layered into little snowflake clusters. And then it begins to repeat here again. So you get quite a bit on before it repeats, and then it does repeat, so you can use them for Dutch doors and things like that by grabbing the repeated items for the back side. Okay, then this one you cannot buy as a physical item. This is a printable exclusive, so you can grab it on my site and print it out yourself, but I really love the little strings and stuff. So this is Doodle Christmas. Just thought it would be really fun to have a cute little doodle sheet for the holidays. I'll try to make more for other holidays too. Super fun. Okay. Anyways, let's get down to business and create some bullet journal pages today. All right, so a couple different things. I have not flipped through this to show you guys October. I have not finished the notes page for October. It's early November right now. So this is how October turned out in my mood tracker. I missed filling out those pages, so I'm gonna have to go through and just fill in the last 2 days on the things that I can. That's how my self-care habit tracker worked for the month. If you like this one, this was a really intensive one and was a 3-part video. You can find it in my bullet journal playlist. The November ones that I'm going to start filling out today were a lot simpler and is only one video. But this is how this all turned out. And then these were all gratitude ones, so I was filling those out. I haven't picked the 2 things that I'm most grateful for the month, which I was going to put here. But yeah, this is kind of what you can expect from how things are filled out. I didn't quite get, oh no, I did get 1 bingo. I didn't quite get a second bingo or anything like that. And then I need to fill these out. Typically I write down things that happened with the kids on this notes page, and then month in review more about family or myself overall. Okay, so that was the after the pen for October, which I still need to finish a little bit. And then this is how November's is, which again, you can find the setup for this one on YouTube as well. And since it's the beginning of November, I have not started filling this out yet. But there we go. So now we're going into December right here. So we have stickers and we have trackers. So this is going to be the last month that I'm using in here because I want to start 2026 fresh with a new notebook. And I started this in February last year. I did not do this in January. I was still using a disc-bound notebook at the time. So I think starting in January would mean I might get through a full notebook in 2026 for my bullet journal. So we're gonna go with that. This will be the last one in this notebook. I have my notebook already picked out that I'm going to be using in January. Okay. So I'm gonna pull out the pages I want here first. And just so you know, look, perforated. It makes it so easy to tear. Just so you know, what was I gonna say? I have no clue what I was gonna say. Lost my train of thought. If I remember, I'll tell you later. We're gonna start from front to back, and then, as always, I do this part, like any decorations on the sides, at the very end. So this is designed to fit an A5 notebook. So here's just a notebook. You can see that's like a pretty perfect fit, other than it goes over the edge just a little bit because of how the binding is and how the curve is. So that's that. This 8x8 notebook, it's a little bit taller than what these pages are. I like the 8x8 size to do this though, because then I have room for Dutch doors. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut these out. If you're using like a B5 notebook, you wouldn't have to cut anything out. You could just stick it in. But I find I like doing this fun creation this way, and the 8x8 size is so fun. I have found, so 8x8, this one's an Archer and Olive notebook. I also saw 8x8 before at Scribble and Dot and Notebook Therapy, and both of those are international brands if you're US, so shipping will take a little longer. Okay, we're just gonna start putting stuff down and figuring this out. So yeah, we're just gonna go for it. I will say I like this 8x8 size with the Moments and Moods book, because the scrapbook papers, since the pages are slightly bigger than the notebook pages, I can get the scrapbook paper, here I'll show you, to go all the way from the top to the bottom without any gaps, which is really nice. Okay. So can I pick this up? Okay. We're just going to put it like this and figure out which, okay, I think we're going to use this on the back side, so that is going to dictate how far we can cut. Or, okay, the other one on the next page, which one's skinnier? The other one I'm going to do on the next page is December goals. Okay, so they are similar. This one might be ever so slightly skinnier if I cut really close to here. So we're going to get this onto the back side and see how it's all looking as far as our Dutch door goes. Because I don't want to cut the Dutch door and then not have enough space for the next thing that I'm going to be doing. Okay. So if we have it like this, actually, this snowflake is right there. I could, yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. So we're going to have it going right here. Let's just go ahead and use teal's one of my favorite colors. We're going to go ahead and do a teal right up to the edge of the snowflake. I'm going to leave the edges sticking like that just so I can make sure I'm kind of centering this where that, like, to line up with that so that it doesn't go over and it's not too close to either side. There. Cool. We're doing some really simple, nice waterfall tabs today. In another video soon, I'm going to be using all the tapes to create some really fun Dutch doors and do some more with it. But today we're just setting up and trying to get really productive with the bullet journal. So we're just doing some simple waterfall tabs. Okay. And there's that first page. Okay, so next to the goals, we're gonna be putting this one. And again, I'm gonna trim it because we wanna save as much space as possible for our Dutch doors. Since I'll have extra space in this notebook, maybe I'll do some decorative like lists or things, you know, like gratitude or memories from the year or things like that. Okay, so that is covered with everything. That's great. And I think I want to use this one on the next one to get some of the dark blue in. Let's just see. Is that, yeah, that'll look good. Any gaps will either leave blank or I'll fill at the end because I want to make sure I'm using all the stickers where I need them if I do any on the Dutch doors first before filling in any gaps. Okay. So cool. All right. We know we're going to need this one here, so I'm going to put it down. And then we'll figure out the next set of trackers or the first real trackers, because so far it's just been like goals in the month. Okay, the monthly view. Alrighty, so I always do a mood tracker and a habit tracker, and I do like them on the same set of pages together. So which one is wider? This one I think might be wider this time, so we're gonna do habits over here. Do I need to trim it at all? I'm gonna trim just the tiniest bit off of it, just so it doesn't go all the way into the crease here, because that sometimes makes it hard to close if you put it all the way in there. Okay. Also, I think it'll look good to have this up like that. So I'm gonna trim the top off because I want it to go all the way to the edge. Well, as close as it can go. That's looking cute. Okay, so again, I'm gonna get this part close to the top. And do I need to trim it? I'm guessing not because of, you know, every Dutch door gets slightly bigger. Yeah, that's fine. From the one before it. Okay. This just makes it so easy to create your trackers if you like tracking things. I did see, so I have a little design team and they were doing stuff for November using the November stuff, and a lot of them did gratitude things. So one of them took all the planner pages and made like a whole November gratitude planner, which was super, super fun looking. And they are going to be tracking gratitude every single day using all those things and writing down, you know, something they're grateful for. Now I have a gratitude log in here, but it's a little too small if you're wanting something super in-depth to write like a paragraph or something like that. It's more for like a quick note, like grateful for the hot coffee this morning, or I'm grateful that it didn't rain, you know. And so making a whole gratitude planner, that was super cool. If you're curious who they are, I did share a post on Instagram a while ago of who my PR team, design team is. So you can go find them. There are 6 of them. And yeah, they're sharing a lot of really fun stuff using all these goodies. Okay, next, what are we gonna put in here? I don't use every single page out of my notebook or my Little Moments and Moods book. I put in the most requested pages from my patrons as well as the pages that I love. So always, if there's something else that would be useful, let me know and I can consider adding it. Like I've got a step tracker and a workout log. I don't use both of them. I like using the step tracker Used to track my water a lot. I haven't been. Used to track my sleep a lot, but I haven't been using this lately. We'll use the gratitude log. I'm just going to take out the things I need so that I can organize my thoughts. Let's not do the monthly miles this time. Self-care bingo, I make a whole 2-page thing for. Month in review. And I'm going to use these with the self-care bingo this time. Okay, so we're just going to look at how this is going to lay out. These are probably going to go on this page. Self-care bingo here. Month in review here, but then that gives us a whole extra page. Do I want to add something else in? Let's just add a 31-day challenge in as well to use the extra page. Okay, we have a plan. So, here we go. And I don't think I have to do more than just cut this so that it can go closer to the top. Yeah, we have plenty of space now. Okay, before we put this one down, we're gonna do the next piece of washi tape so that we know exactly where this should go to be centered. Okay, so we used teal, we used the light green, we used this blue. So we could use this for some balance, or we could use this one. I like this one because I want not 2 grid washies right next to each other. I know that's similar in color to this one, but that's okay. I'm just going with it. We are running out of space for all these waterfall tabs. It's all good. We got it. We got it. We'll use the skinny tape on the next one and it'll be perfect. I've been taking it a bit easier this month with content and filming. I'm still using all my planners and things like that, but I haven't been sharing as much because I was in packing mode of packing up all the advent calendars, and those should be going out like today or tomorrow or, you know, sometime around the time this video releases. And man, that was a lot of work, but I'm so excited. It turned out so well, and I'm stoked to see what people think of it. Make sure you head over to my Instagram for something about that, because I'm going to be giving away an entire advent calendar. So go look for the post about that over on Instagram, because advent calendars are closed. You can't buy one anymore, so I'm giving away one. So go enter that over on Instagram. It'll be running soon if it's not already, and it'll be open for like a week. So go check that out. All right, self-care bingo. This one we are gonna put down. So I'm gonna get that one down. Then before we put down the other stuff, I am going to do the last waterfall tab. If you're confused about the terminology, waterfall tabs and Dutch doors. Dutch doors in journaling, in the journaling community, is anytime that you make a big cut in the page to like bring it down, to shorten it up. Waterfall tabs specifically are the ones that cascade like this, that are pretty simple, that you don't have to do a lot of work with. So all waterfall tabs are Dutch doors, but not all Dutch doors are waterfall tabs. Does that make sense? It's a little confusing sometimes, but these are probably, if you're new to Dutch doors, waterfall tabs are the simplest thing you can start with. Let's trim this. Hey, let's go right up to the edge. There we go. Okay, so these, we're going to use the decorative parts, the squares, and not the, you know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all of that, because self-care bingo is a challenge for the entire month, not just a week. So the way that it works is that I put in, and I change these every month, I put in all sorts of different self-care tasks, and these included in these are mental health self-care things. There are physical health self-care things, your home and environment, social self-care. So I try to get a variety of things for you to choose from. If you have 5 minutes or 15 minutes, or you want to schedule something out that's a little bigger, just all sorts of different self-care to focus on, because I know it can be hard to focus on things that just relax you or are good for your body when you're taking care of everyone else or your job or your house. And there's so much we should be doing. So I love trying to get a bingo each month, finding little moments to do something extra for myself. So I hope you join me and go for a bingo. I don't do anything if I get a bingo. I don't like have a reward or anything, but you totally could. You could set yourself a reward for getting a bingo and try to complete one. I don't, but that's all right. Okay, so what we're gonna do is create a little checkerboard. And then in between the checkerboard, I will be doing some journaling about some of the self-care bingos that I get. Oh, good. We're just going to have enough space for this. Look, it's going to go like that. Oh, that's so cute. Okay. So we're just going to put this one right there. We're just going to use that and follow along and make this checkerboard. Okay, so this one I do need to trim. It's going to be easier to trim before I put it down because it's such a long piece. Let's see if I did it right. Okay. Very good. This one as well, but this one has stripes. It's easy to see exactly where I need to trim it. There we go. Okay, now line it up here. All right, and then this one we're gonna have extra, but I think we can put the tiniest bit on the edge perhaps. Like, just like that. I think that'll look good. And there we go with this page. Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay. Now that we've finished all these cuts really quick, one thing I like to do, if I can find it, where is it? I cannot find it. I have a corner punch. I'll be rounding the corners later, but it's not sitting where it normally is. Oh well, we'll do that. I'll do that later. Okay. So we're just gonna put this smack dab in the middle. You know what? I might change up the month in review this month a little bit. Okay. Because we have a little extra space because this went so far this way. I am going to go ahead and use this one along the edge. And then this whole area is going to be for the month in review. So we're going to change it up. I'm going to do it in a different way that I've never done. Okay, so instead of just laying it down like this, we have a lot of extra space. So we're gonna make the most of it by cutting this all up and laying things out. Okay, so these two are connected because of the snowman going over it. So we're gonna leave these as they are. But all of these we're cutting into segments, okay? I'm just making this up as we go. Don't be afraid to cut up the pages. They come as one page each, but you can be creative and cut things up. Do sticker surgery on everything. Make it fit your notebook and your life. Okay, so this one's gonna go right down here, except that is not straight at all. Okay. I'm just straightening it out to try to get a straight line here. Okay. Then the month in review, we are going to put at the top to line up with the 31-day challenge because I don't want it like down here when that one's right there. So we're going to get them lined up, and then I'm just going to lay these out in a different way, and we're gonna have a little extra space that I can like write some other stuff in. So we'll have that. I'm gonna trim off the little edges. Okay, so this one will fit right there. My watch is telling me it's time for a move break. Almost there, watch. Okay, then this one I could either put like right here layered, like I like to do with things, or put it in here. I actually like perhaps having it layered this time. Never done that before. I've never cut up this page like this, so yeah, never done that before, but let's do it. Put it like that. And there's the tiniest little thing to trim right there. Okay. We're going to do some highlighter in a minute too, just so you know. Get some stuff there and here and do some fun things. But first, we've got all of this. Now, normally what I do, just like here, I use the scrapbook papers. But because I use tape here and I have all this stuff, I'm gonna again do something different. We're gonna make a little collage of tape. Ooh, okay. Where is a black tape? Here's a black tape. We are gonna make a line. This is a whiteboard tape. I got off of Amazon. It's very skinny. It's 3 millimeters. I haven't found a washi tape this thin yet. That's just plain black. So I use whiteboard tape. But we are going to have this here, and we are going to make a collage. Do you guys know the collages I make in my creative journal sometimes with the box stickers from Planner sticker books? and they go at an angle this way. We're going to do that here, but with tape. So we're going to follow this pattern and do tape all the way down the edge, and then we're going to trim it all. Okay, so I'm going to go like this angle is what we're creating, but I want it to go all the way up to the corner. There we go. We're just going to let it all go over like that, and we'll trim it all at once. Okay, do I want a little gap? Yes, I want the tiniest gap in these because it would be really hard to line up, I think. Okay, next is the snowman band. Oh, this is gonna look so cool, I think, guys. Okay. Then this one. So we're just following the exact same pattern that I set on the other side with the waterfall tabs. Now the blue snowflakes. So the only one we didn't use was the large blue snowflake one. And then also, of course, the pet tape roll, which I'm saving for my creative journal spread that I will post very soon. Okay, this one, and then the teal, and then we repeat it until we reach the bottom. I think we'll get through maybe close to one more set of these. Okay. Dark blue. Snowman band. I really think this is going to be cool looking. So excited. Okay. Snowflakes. And then teal. And oh my God, a tiny corner for this one. So come on, don't want to rip what needs to stay, but I want to get a tiny piece and just put it like that. Okay, we need to trim this up. So let's just flip it this way. So if you started watching this as soon as I posted it, we're nearing the time that everything's going to be available on the site. So make sure you check that time, because as I mentioned, there's only 10 or so of these Moments and Moods books. It is whatever's left over after people join my Patreon, and I was not expecting, but I sold out of the level of Patreon that receives this notebook, the Moments and Moods book. So that was surprising. So I'm definitely upping production, but good luck. And if you don't get it, remember you can always get the printable and either print it out on sticker paper, print it out to put into your like classic happy planner or daily grind planner. I have all sorts of different sizes available in the digital download. Okay, now we need to trim all this. So I need a little craft knife. And just cut all of these as best I can. The cool thing is if I can't cut it very well, I can always lift up the black tape and move it over slightly to cover my mistakes. Straight lines are the things that I'm not very good at. I'm great with my gyro cut. I'm great with curvy lines and cutting out little flowers and things. But the straight lines, not so good. And yeah, I could use a ruler, but I'm usually too lazy to grab one and use it. It takes too long. think we'll move the tape just a little bit over. Hey, you. There you go. Okay, let's move that black tape just a little bit. It wants to pick up the sticker paper, so I'm just going to pull from the other side. There we go. Okay. Actually, you know what's going to be easier? I don't mind wasting tape on occasion because I already cut it to size. It would be very hard to line up exactly. It's easier to just grab another piece so that I can line it up by hanging it over the edge. Okay. That looks so cute, you guys. Oh my God. I am obsessed with how that turned out. Okay. So now the last thing to do, two things. One is grab this blue. This is smoke blue from Zebra's Mile Miners. I think it's going to go really well with that. So we're going to add that in a few places. And then we're also going to look to see if there's anywhere to add a few more stickers, because we have all the sticker sheets that I've not used yet. I didn't need them here because we had, you know, so many decorations on these pages already. I think I'm going to add some highlighter here. Let's also just add it here. Sometimes I add boxes on these spots, but I think I'm just going to do lines this time instead. Okay, nothing there. I am going to add lines here. If you ever have trouble getting pretty straight lines with your highlighters, one, you can use a ruler, but be careful because the ruler could get ink on it and start to smear. Or two, turn your notebook so you can pull it towards you. It's not perfect, like you can still see that I have imperfect lines, but they're better than they were. I like the imperfect lines. I think it adds character to my spread, but if it bugs you, then just practice with using a ruler, because we all have our preferences. Okay, so as I mentioned, all these little spaces are for journaling about the self-care that I'm doing, as well as in the self-care section. Oh, look, random washi pieces. In the self-care section, I have a couple of like journaling prompts and make a list prompts. And so those you can do over here instead of having another page for journaling somewhere. Okay, and then I wanted to add some highlighter in here. All right, there we go. Let's take a look at the final thing. This is my favorite thing of the entire section. I love that. Okay, anyways, moving on. Here is the final result. I still need to clip the corners here. Totally not necessary. I just like the way it looks to match the rounded corners of the page. But this is so cute. Oh my God. Okay, anyways, thanks so much for watching, you guys. Go check out my shop, 9 a.m. PT today. That is November 10th. Everything's available now. See you guys all in the next video, which will be using these pre-cut tapes in my creative journal. All right, see you guys later. Bye.